Hey everyone, John from Nintendo Life here, and I did something today! After 200 plus hours, I have finally reached a level cap in Tetris 99. I am now level 1 star. However, I've seen people with level 98 star, so it can definitely go way further than that, spending thousands upon thousands of hours in this one game. Which kind of begs the question, how active is Tetris 99? Well, I conducted a Twitter poll, and while these results are by no means reflective of the official number, they do give us an idea of how active this game really is. So I asked the simple question, Tetris 99, and in response, there were 6,000 plus votes. So, 24.4% of people have never played this game, even though it's free with Switch Online, but maybe they're not subscribers. We don't know the results for that. But 32.7% played during the launch and then never played again. And then 26.9% stuck with it for a while, which may mean they come along every now and then to play the themed Maximus events. And then 16.1% still play. So that's the smallest figure of all these answers. However, I still think that's a really big number, and here's why. So as of September 2020, Nintendo told us there were 26 million Nintendo Switch Online subscribers. So that was around a bit over half a year ago now. So I've got to imagine that number has only grown. Let's say there's 30 million subscribers. So 16.1% of 30 million is 4,830,000. So again, these numbers aren't reflective of the official number, but let's say they are. That means there's nearly 5 million active players today, which is crazy. And we can kind of prove how many players there are just by searching. Like this is probably the least ideal time to search given PAC-MAN 99 just launched. But if I search right now, instant, we are finding players instantly. Now I have seen the argument that maybe they're bots, maybe Nintendo's faking the entire thing. But there's two online modes which aren't active all the time. There's Invictus and Team Battle. So Invictus is the mode that you unlock when you win a game. So this is just winners only, making the pool of players relatively small. And they've got to be active too. And nowadays, I very rarely find more than 50 people in this game, sometimes it's around 30, and that means when the timer ends, all the other players are bots, and it even tells you, it says CPU. So the game is pretty transparent when you're not matched with human players, but it never does that in the core Tetris 99 mode, meaning all 98 players you're matched with are humans, which is crazy for a game that's 2 years and 2 months old. But I'm not saying there's 5 million active players, but it does seem like that there's a pretty hefty amount of people still playing this game. So okay, it's still active 2 years and 2 sequels later, but what has the game done since it launched? Well, you may remember this game didn't exactly launch in the most robust state. You basically had the core Tetris 99 mode with one theme and one piece of music, and that was pretty much it. You just play the game, you level up, and that was all you did. But since then, there have been a plethora of new modes, there's been DLC, and there's been a ton of free themes. In the 2.0 update, the game introduced tickets, where basically you perform these daily challenges and you get tickets for doing that. With these tickets, you can buy a bunch of themes. These aren't used with actual currency, they're just in-game tickets. And I think there's around 11 in there. Some of them are based on games, like there's a Mario theme, there's a Donkey Kong theme, and a Zelda theme. They're all awesome. But there's also just some generic themes. There's like a bubbly one and a horror-themed one. There's a bunch of cool stuff in there. So that was pretty rad. But every now and then, usually when a game launches, there'll be a Tetris Maximus Cup. And for participating in this and getting 100 points, you'll permanently win a Nintendo theme. There was one for the Kirby Fighters game, Luigi's Mansion, Splatoon, Fire Emblem, Pokemon. I think there's 13 in total, so there's around 24 themes in the game now. So there's definitely a lot more variety than when the game first launched with that one. And what's the best part about this is they all have their own different music too. And when you're playing this game over and over again, it's great to have that variety. You know, having a background, that's whatever. But listening to the music as it goes in 3 different tiers, from the 100 to the 50s to the 10, it just really ups the ante and makes this game feel timeless. I'm just going through the themes now. There's a Bowser's Fury theme, which has this awesome rock music. There's a Mario Anniversary theme, so our Mario 35 went missing. You still got this baby here. Paper Mario, Xenoblade. When I first played Xenoblade in 2011, I remember remarking, this game should be a Tetris, and now it is. So the game has more variety than ever, and a bunch of ways to play. My favourite, as we kind of touched upon, is Invictus. So this is just for winners only, and the pacing is crazy. So it starts off pretty similarly to how the core mode ends in terms of speed. And just to show you what I mean by how much faster it is, I'm going to show you how the core game starts and how Invictus starts. And just look at how quickly the blocks pile up in Invictus compared to regular Tetris 99. I find this mode a lot more rewarding to win, given you're up against the best of the best, but also it gives you more experience points, almost double. So if you want to try and get to level 99 or level star, this is the mode to play. This is the most EXP rich mode of them all. There is more of a wait time, given I've not played with a max room of people since this mode came out, but it's definitely worth playing. There's also the team battle mode, which came out also in the 2.0 update, and this is probably the one I've played the least, but it's still a lot of fun. Basically, you join one of 4 teams, and your success is tied to everyone else. So you may fall out really early, but if you stick around and wait, your team may do really well. And you'll kind of combine together your KOs and your everlasting Tetrisness. And so it's fun mode, probably not the best one. It's also not active with 99 people. It usually maxes out at like 50 or 60. But there's no CPUs in this one, interestingly. So it's a cool mode, adds some variety, but it's probably not what you play for. However, there was DLC as well. And what's interesting about the DLC is it makes the game eternal. So I know no online game is going to be around forever. The servers shut off. And with Mario 35, there is now no way to play that game. Even the practice mode doesn't work for some reason. But Tetris 99, they gave a physical copy. So this game is going to be playable 40 years from now. And while the online mode may go away, there is CPU, which allows you to play Tetris 99 with computers. Well, that's awesome, that's the core mode preserved forever. And there's no need to rely on Nintendo eShop servers because the game comes on a cartridge, which is weird but cool. So yeah, that's something I'm really happy about. Then there's just your usual like marathon and things like that. There's a 2-player mode. So the game definitely gives you more to do than just the core Tetris 99 gameplay. But I love that this is never going away. We can hang on to this forever. Although I do recommend picking this up now because I imagine PAC-MAN 99 will replace this at retail. We'll see if that happens, but I think it will. So I definitely recommend picking this baby up. And it comes with a year-long subscription too. This game's just packed with things to do now. There's icons, which are kind of like achievements. You do certain things and you get a new icon. There's different modes to play, there's different themes. But in my opinion, this game was always great. I remember when it first came out, I remarked something along the lines of, like, this is the most special way to play Tetris ever. And that's because the core mode is just so much fun. Everything else is just kind of sprinkles on top. So this game could have been bare bones forever, and I'd still be singing its praises because it's just so much fun. That's what I love about the 99 series, is they take these timeless, classic games like Mario, and Tetris and Pac-Man, these games that were fun on their own and addictive on their own, and they've just made them even more so. Like, can you imagine Tetris being more addictive? They've done it though. That one more game feeling is just amplified because of the competitive nature. Now, competitive Tetris, when it's just 1v1, that's very intimidating. I play Puyo Puyo Tetris every now and then, and people wipe the floor with me. I'm good at stacking, I'm a pretty fast stacker, but when it comes to T-spins and all these other things, I'm not so great. When people in that game, they are all about that. So Tetris is kind of like a fighting game, in a lot of respects. But when you're kind of like anonymously against 98 other people, that barrier to entry is significantly reduced. And what's great too, is what you're doing at the start is kind of building yourself towards the end. So I'm not the most aggressive player, but I may get kills at the start of the game, and getting those kills makes me more powerful towards the end. So while I may be against those people, those same people from Puyo Puyo Tetris at the end of the game, I stand a chance against them because I powered myself up. And they may be doing their crazy spins, but I can still take them down. And one thing I always hear too, is that being targeted is cheap and random, and it guarantees you're out of the game. I disagree. I love being targeted. I think that's an opportunity. When people are targeting me, when there's like 7 people on me, I don't say, oh no, what am I gonna do? I say, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. And then I just do this. Everything is an opportunity in this game. And prior to 99, I was quite a different Tetris player. Whenever I misplaced a block or just ruined my run, I'll restart the game. Like on the Game Boy Tetris, I'll flip the game off, turn it back on. But I don't do that anymore, because this game decentivizes that. You're online, so you can't really quit. I mean, I guess you can turn off the system, but that's just foul play. So what I tend to do now is fix my mistakes. And that's the beauty of Tetris, is you can fix any situation. It may look dreadful, you may have a terrible board in front of you, but there is a way to fix it if you persevere. And even when things look at their most dire, there's always a way to turn things around. That's what makes this so addictive. If I barely save myself in one round, I'm gonna want to play again. If I come in the top 10 in one round, I'm gonna want to play again. I've got to get first. If I come 50th, that didn't count, let's try again. It's just this endless flow of enjoyment. And when people say that Switch Online doesn't really have enough, usually I'm right there with you. I think NES and Super Nintendo Online, they're neat. They're not what I subscribed for though. But if Tetris 99 got delisted for some reason, I'd be so bummed. That's what I pay Switch Online for. That's what the value is here. PAC-MAN 99 and Tetris 99 make this service more than just a paywall to get to Smash Online and Mario Kart Online. It is what I value this service as. So 2 years later, Tetris 99 to me is not only one of the best games on the system, right up there with Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey, but it is the value of Nintendo Switch Online. It is what makes this more than just some subscription bracket. So if you haven't touched this game since launch, I urge you to revisit it. It's gotten much more broad and better, but the core gameplay was always there. And if that didn't click with you, just keep trying, I think it can. Tetris is one of the most accessible games of all time, and I don't think any of the 99 games do a great job of explaining their mechanics, but once you understand them, once you grip them, it's hard for them to let go. So 2 years later, Tetris 99 is one of the Switch's very best. And even with PAC-MAN 99, the community is still around. You can still find games instantly. So what do you guys think of Tetris 99? Are you still playing? And if you're not, are you going to give it another shot after this video? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to target the subscribe button with 99 lasers, and just send it a ton of trash. And we'll see you next time. Bye everyone.